There should always be a good reason attached to everything you do in life. If there is no benefits to certain things, you should stop or discontinue them. Why should you stay back in that relationship when there is every sign and implication that you should leave? Do you need writing on the wall to affirm what you have known all along? These are questions that will be discussed here. What sign should you make to stay in that relationship? Number 1, when going away becomes difficult for you. You alone know what you want and desire that are embedded in your heart, but sometimes the setting of life may not give us what we want. Instead of lemonade, life throws lemons at us and expects us to make lemonade out of them. You want a relationship that is filled with memories of love and affections. You want a relationship that will give you happiness and joy, but you do not want to be responsible for the happiness to come. You need to have a rethink. You have to review your thoughts and see how you can balance things. It may be that you have been considering leaving that relationship for a while now, but you seem restricted. There is a force pulling you back, a voice telling you not to back out now. No matter how much you try to ignore it, it just won't go away. That is a sign that you should not pull out, that you should stay and make that relationship work. Eventually, you are at liberty to make your own decision and choose whether to stay or not. But ask yourself, what is the reason for leaving in the first place? Are your reasons genuine enough? Are you well grounded, and do they justify your actions? When you find it difficult to answer these questions because there is a tussle going on in your mind, it is a sign that you should stay back and not make any rash decision. This is a clear signal to you that in the relationship you want to go away from is the relationship that you have to hold on too tightly for the time being and make it work for you. Going away is not the solution. Quitting is not the remedy. Quitting shows you are not ready to survive in life. If you want to survive in life, then you have to face those challenges and conquer them all. Number 2, when that relationship is dependent on your effort. You know what you want and you know how you want God to give it to you. So in cases like this, you do not expect another person to give you what you are supposed to create for yourself. That relationship that you are into, God has given it to you for you to make it and transform it into what you want. That it is not working out does not mean you have to quit. That you are not getting results does not give you the yardstick to let go of it. Have you forgotten that you have invested so much into that relationship? Have you suddenly forgotten that your efforts are not easy to come by? Do you want to waste it all, the energy and the emotional investment that you have made over time to ensure that relationship becomes a success, and just because of a little breakout, you want to go away? Because of an outbreak, do you want to abandon the effort of many years? Have you forgotten that you built that relationship and you are supposed to keep it and make sure it's working for you? So if you go out of that relationship, what is the assurance that the new one you will enter will work? Notice that the relationship you are in needs your work, so you don't have to go. One sign that you need to be in that relationship is that when you go, it is going to shatter your partner, and your lover is going to be in a condition that nobody can help them out early. Have you forgotten that you know them too well? You know your partner more than any other person. You are the only person that can understand their pain. You are the only person that can see their tears. In the rain, you are the only person that knows when they have and when they don't have, when they are broken down and when they have strength. You are the only person that knows their weaknesses and their strength. So if you go out of that relationship, you are going to leave them stranded. That is one reason that you do not have to leave the relationship. You have to stay back. You have to make it work. That relationship needs you, so you got to stay back because you are not going anywhere. When you are committed to that relationship, you cannot afford to back out. You are not permitted to leave that person. That person is used to you. That person is made you their strength. And now you want to go away and leave them powerless, without strength, without courage, without hope. Have you forgotten that you are their hope? You are their strength. You are their mirror through which they see themselves and correct themselves. Now, because of a little breakout, you want or leave them alone. They need you, so you don't have to go. That is the reason you have to stay in that relationship. Make it work because it is your responsibility. The situation in that relationship may have given you many reasons to go away, but there is only one good reason that can still keep you, and that reason is that you are very important to the life of your love, and without your love in their life will remain worthless. Have you not seen that you are very important to them? That is when you will hear people say, "If you leave me, I will die, because my life is nothing without you." That communication tone is trying to tell you that you are very important to them. Though sometimes they might not act it to your face, but when you are not there, you leave a vacuum in them. You make them work less and make their life not worthy to live. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't abandon them, because their life needs your love to stand. This is one reason why you shouldn't leave that relationship. You have to stand and make it work. Number 3, when people say you should not. Do you know that the voice of the people many times reflect the intentions of God? That is why they say the voice of the people is the voice of God. Sometimes you may have not mastered the act of hearing from God directly, but God can show you mercy by sending people who would speak the realities of His heart to you, who will tell you what He wants to do, what you want for your life, what He does not want you to do, where He wants you to go, and where He does not want you to go. This is what God uses people to do in your life. So when you want to know what God says or what God is saying, that is the breaking news in the heart of God, you got to listen to people, because the voice of the people is the voice of God. People will tell you no, don't go. There is a future in this relationship, a future you are not seeing yet. Don't allow the things you see today to take you away from the realities of the great blessings that are coming your way in the future. It might be painful today, but stand it, because no pain, no gain. When people begin to tell you that you don't need to go and this relationship is beautiful for you, then that is a sign that you don't need to go. You have to stay back in that relationship, because people will not lead you into evil. Whenever God uses people to speak to you, you have to understand it. Number 4, when God has promised to bless you, you must understand that the promises of the Lord are upon everything that He has given us to keep. When God gives you a relationship, a family, or a business for you to work on or to keep, it is for Him to make it fulfill the destiny and purpose for which God made it. There is always a blessing for it, so you do not have to let go. You have to stay back, because God is going to bless you. He has promised to bless you when you are diligent with what He has kept in your hands, when you are honest and profitable doing what He has asked you to do. There is always a blessing God has promised to bless you within that relationship, so that you don't have to back out. You need to stay to receive the blessing. The devil wants you to go so that you will miss the blessing, but always stand on your feet and lift your voice and say with confidence and courage, "No, devil, I am going nowhere, because God has blessed me. God has given me the promise of blessings." This is the reason you have to stay back in that relationship. Stay because of the blessings. Stay because of the love of God. Stay because you are getting mercy. Stay because God is with you in that relationship.